Night and the Moth, the Gargoyle.
If you wish to divine before the bitch, before the abyss arrives, best get cracking.
I'm Ale.
I'm Carla, and this is
Booked Buzzin. Today, we're going to focus on our favorite character from Night and the Moth, the Gargoyle.
the Gargoyle. I have not felt this way about a character in a book in, I want to say, at least a year. Probably more.
Yeah.
I loved the Gargoyle.
The Gargoyle was written perfectly.
Hilarious. Listen to
Hilarious.
me. It is so hard to make me laugh in general.
Yes.
And, I don't think comedy shows are funny. I don't find most comedians funny. I'm not trying to be like, I'm just so hard. But really, humor is hard for me. And especially when I'm reading a book and the character is supposed to be funny, I have a really hard time.
Flat.
Yeah. Even, I know you guys are going to kill me, but even in Fourth Wing,
Riddick.
Yeah, I didn't.
I know you were going to say that.
I didn't think Riddick was funny. I thought he was trying too hard. Until the last book, I did like him. But I'm telling you, it's so hard for me to be like, this character that the intention is to be funny is actually funny.
Yes.
And the Gargoyle stole the show for me.
I just remember there was so many times when I was reading this book that I burst out laughing.
Actually
laughing.
I
was like, oh my God. And I would
the
text
mental
you.
picture of how he expresses himself is hilarious to me. I fucking love the Gargoyle so much.
I love the Gargoyle so much.
Yes.
And I think we're going to spend today, for the most part, just going back and forth with our favorite Gargoyle moments. Mm-hmm. But I think before we start that, why was he so important to the story?
Okay. If we're talking about actually why he was important, or why was he important to us?
Yeah. Give me both.
I mean, he was important, spoiler alert, because he was the first diviner. He was the original child, I guess.
Yeah.
The one that you read about when you're reading the book. Six starts finding out that the first diviner, the first child. And it's mentioned very briefly in the book. They don't know what the actual name of the first diviner
of
is.
anything, really, because when you first start this book, you are basically in a cathedral.
Yeah.
And there's these 6 diviners, and then there's these all these gargoyles that are just groundskeepers, basically. Mm-hmm. But there's this one gargoyle, who has a personality, main character.
Yeah.
And he's just hilarious. And when the story starts picking up and one of the diviners leaves, he's like, take me with you. That was hilarious, because during that,
I love that part.
That moment where she's like, what am I going to do to get away from this gargoyle? He's like, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, I love that part. He's like, please don't leave me here.
Please.
It was amazing because all the gargoyles are coming after her.
Yeah.
So you would think that they're all in uniform.
They're trying to keep her from leaving, right?
But he's like, fuck this place. And also in that quote that I just read, if you wish to divine before the bitch, before the abyss arrives, best get cracking. That's before she's even contemplating leaving.
Yep.
He's just consistently funny.
Yep.
He's important for so many reasons because he's the creation of the diviners, essentially. He's the first one who drowned in the spring.
Yep.
And dreamed. And he also, when you find out why the abyss essentially turned him into a gargoyle, it's because he was rebellious, and he was like, fuck this, I want to leave, I'm gonna do my own thing. And so he plays a huge role in this book while you're reading it.
Yeah.
He's also her sense of home. She's by herself and outside of the cathedral. She's with these people that, even if she has a thing for mendacious or whatever, she's alone. She doesn't know them. She's looking for her sisters.
He is her anchor.
He is. And her protection, because he's this really strong rock that literally flies.
Everywhere they go, everybody's doing double takes. What is that?
And he's just love him so much.
So if you've already read The Night and the Moth, well, we're obviously doing spoilers, but before you dive into our Gargoyle episode, you might enjoy our off the cuff where we talk about the entire book
our
in
thoughts
depth.
in general, like
Yes.
what we felt about the book.
Yeah. But this is just
specific,
the Gargoyles episode.
yes, because he deserves his own episode.
Yes.
He really was the standout star of this book. He made it so enjoyable. He really, like,
he
even
is
in
like
moments,
the majority of my highlights.
no, it's the reason I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the book, because it was a good book. But the
The Gargoyle was written
it made me
perfectly
happy. Like, reading The Gargoyle made me happy.
Yeah. And then the end was okay. Anyways.
Okay.
Let's go through the perfect moments.
Okay.
Okay.
So since I already shared one, why don't you share one of your favorite moments?
Okay. So this is like literally when she runs away, right? To try to figure out this. But before like she exits the cathedral, like officially,
I don't
right?
even know what you're going to say, and I'm already laughing. Because I'm like, I know it's going to be
Okay, I'm
great.
going to paint the scene. She sneaks out the first time to try to get to the Castle Lurked with King Benedict to kind of be like, my diviners are gone, right? So then it starts off with like, blah, blah, blah. The night's silence, war holes in my senses, and my mind hurried to fill this chasm, whatever that word is. And she's questioning herself, like, what if some terrible violence has already befallen them? Are 1 in 5 still awake at the cottage? Has something already happened to them? And then she says out loud, don't let your mind run wild. What pace should it let it run then? And she screams. And so did the bat-like gargoyle behind me. And then she goes, you idiot, you scared me. And he goes, don't shout at me, Bartholomew.
I love that part. I love him.
And he goes, oh, where did it go? There it goes. He was crying, and not the sniffling peer through his fingers to see if I was watching cry. This was an all-out sob. I will worry, Bartholomew. It is undoubtedly my worst quality. I worried you be sad and be sick all alone at the wall. I came back and you were gone. And he kept yowling.
I love that.
And she goes like, there's no need for that. I was going to come back. And he sniffled. The abbess promised you'd be the one to stay with me.
Foreshadowing. I didn't even catch that when I read it.
Yeah. But anyways, that was one of my favorite parts because he was just like...
One of the things I love like is that she paints such a good picture in my mind of him howling. Like,
it's like stone lips are like, quivering.
Yeah. I love him.
I love him. Okay, your turn.
Okay, I just told you about this one a few seconds ago, but it's when they're at one of the hamlets and some sprites attack. And, all the warriors go to, they're like Sprite Hills or whatever. They're trying to fight the hills. And Benji and the Gargoyle and Six are alone, and Benji kind of like gets stuck. So Six says, are you all right, Benji? I looked him over, pulse in my ears. Your leg, are you fallen and caught between rocks like a pathetic turtle? The king gave me a queasy grin. Sadly, yes. The Gargoyle tutted. How embarrassing. I'm sorry. The Gargoyle tutted. How embarrassing. I would never fall in such an ungainly way. I love him because he's like this ginormous rock that's constantly obstructing everything. And he's like, how embarrassing.
How absolutely pathetic.
And then right after that, actually, if I could just like follow up because it's in the same page. So he basically picks them up, Six and Benji, and starts flying. And Six is describing the scene, and she's like, wind slapped my face, my arms locked and straining around Benji. He held me too, and the gargoyle held both of us, chuckling to himself as he soared. What fun. What a wonderful display of valor on my part. I just love him.
And this is what I mean when I mean like a character is written perfectly.
Yes.
Because it's not just the idea of he's funny, but it's the whole character is perfect.
Yeah.
Because he is funny, but he's also
he has a personality.
A personality. He genuinely thinks that he is amazing.
He thinks nothing is wrong with him.
He thinks he always does everything right.
He thinks he's graceful.
Thinks he's oh, this is I did this perfectly, so you should grace me with your. Or he's why is no one
how sad for you?
So judgmental, snobby. Mm-hmm. It's so freaking funny.
Yes, but also he's not just superior, because there's this part where the girl, I forget her name, Maeve.
Mm-hmm.
Maud is describing the the sprites in her area, and then he's smiling at her and he's like, what a horrible picture you paint. And he's smiling I love it, yes. He has this whole personality. He's just yes. He's funny, and he's not even quirky. He's just he's perfect.
He's perfect. So this okay, so a character like this that I've read the book. Overall, the book, I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to read the book too. The fact that she was able to write such a perfect character to me is already a flag to me of okay, must try more from this author. Yeah. Because cracked up, dude. I cracked up at actual so many laughter. Of actual
yeah. And I'm not, and it's hard for us to laugh at a book.
Yes.
Yes. It's not that I don't find things
I've giggled.
I'll be Yes. But actually laugh? No.
I had to reread the whole page, and I'm
like, oh my God, this
is hilarious. Yeah. Yes. Okay. This is, I go back to kind of the beginning where Roderick is back, and he's basically trying to take the diviner, right? Mm-hmm. And the knife I didn't know Rory carried was soaring. It hit the bat like Gargoyle between his stone eyes, then dropped brusquely onto grass. The Gargoyle remained cross-eyed a second, then slowly turned his gaze to me. Did he just try to smite me? Bartholomew.
And one of the things I love so much is that he calls everyone Bartholomew.
But this is the funny, literally, because Rory's gaze jerked. Bartholomew? That's your name? And then she goes, pith, you're thick. No, he calls everyone Bartholomew. Then they go back and forth, and then the Gargoyle goes, shall I break his neck, or would you find that violence terribly ignoble?
I love him.
And then he continues, this is just all amazing. And the Gargoyle puffed out his chest. It's my duty to protect Bartholomew against those who would harm her. He dusted his shoulder primly. I have remarkable talent for violence. Oh my God. So funny.
He's so amazing.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, so this one, I think it speaks to that, he's not just cocky, right? He's not just superior. So
yeah.
It goes, she's a guest of the king's. Affront her in any way, the knighthood will answer. Attempt to look beneath her shroud. She and the Gargoyle will respond as they see fit, with full immunity to any carnage tended. The Gargoyle batted his eyes. Oh, Bartholomew, he's dreamy.
I love him.
So funny, man. The Gargoyle batted his eyes. Oh, Bartholomew.
He's dreamy.
I love that.
Yes.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. So I think they're somewhere, I think they're going on their way to meet up with Benedict and Maud with Rory after they leave. And all of a sudden, they're talking to a scribe or something. The Gargoyle had dropped lower in the sky, making sweeps over the nearby hills. When he flew over us, the scribe cried out, ducking. What kind of foul, sprite is that? There was a loud crash. The Gargoyle landed upon grass, sneezed, then toppled. Did that man just call me foul, Bartholomew? And then they continue. He mistook you for a bird. An even greater slander. The Gargoyle wagged a stone finger at the scribe's stall. I shall destroy his little house. And what I love is like, he's just like that's the thing. It's not that he feels superior, and the way that Six relates to him is like I don't even know how to explain it, because even in the next part she goes, "Oh, stop it. I took him by the shoulders, led him toward the lip of the river, whatever. Come look at the water with me, you ferocious beast." Like, she's like constantly trying to be like, "Oh my God, it's not a big deal, relax." Like, he's so emotional.
Yes, he is so emotional.
Yes.
And she's always trying to calm him down,
like,
whether it's from crying or from being angry or from even like he pouts a lot. So and she's like, she like le tiene que pasar la mano. It's like,
always.
You're just so amazing. Please stop being mad at me.
You have to understand, not everyone understands your grandeur.
I love him so much.
I know, me too.
So this is the part where she has to go fight one of the omens, the oarsmen, right? So, and that's a battle. So she shows up in like full armor. And then they look and they see, and it's a plateau surrounded by water. And she has to go on that. And so she's like, shit. And they're like, what? And the gargoyle's like, it's not like me to be the bearer of bad tidings.
Which it totally is.
The gargoyle said, Bartholomew does not know how to swim. But worry not. He looked up, smiling proudly. She has always excelled at drowning. She's about to battle an omen. And he's smiling. He's like, she's gonna die. And he's like, but worry not.
She's excelled.
She's always excelled at drowning.
And everybody's probably looking at him like,
they're all like, what the fuck? I fucking love him.
Oh my God. That's amazing. That's a great part.
It's perfect because he really provides comedic relief in such a natural and actually
funny way. Yes, it is such a natural source of comic relief. Like, Rachel. Amazing.
Oh, yes.
Phenomenal. Like, it takes, you know what? Like, okay. Super side note. But I think that we're tough critics.
I think so too. We've talked about it lately.
Yeah.
Where it kind of makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because there's so many books that I feel like old Alejandra and Carla would have enjoyed. And now we're like, this was lackluster.
Yes. But, you know, I think that we are open-minded readers. Yes. Like, I think we'll read anything. But I do think we're hard critics.
I think so too.
And I think that, like, it's not that the books that we critique harshly might not be considered good, but we are hard critics. So when you get like us like this, you did something right.
I think it's just that we've consumed so many books that we already have a really strong understanding of what we want in a book. Yeah. So when we criticize a book, it's not that the book isn't good. It's just that it doesn't fit the criteria of the type of readers that we've become. Exactly. But that being said, like you said, when we're like, I love this, it's because it's really great.
Yeah. And chances are that most people have these opinions.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we like the books that people revere, we also love. So I don't think that we're like, we have like niche loves, you know?
No.
So the Gargoyle, I'm telling you, he's amazing.
Yes. Solely a reason to read this book.
Literally.
I
love him so much.
This character is gold.
1000%.
10 out of 10. The Gargoyle.
I love him so much.
Oh my God.
Okay, your turn.
Okay.
Any other quotes?
Yeah, I have like forever.
Okay, next.
So this is after they fight the scribe. And she's basically like run away with the gargoyle. And she's like, I kept my hood low, and the gargoyle, not one to be left out, stole a tablecloth from a clothesline to drape over his head, obscuring his face in shadow. Why?
He's ginormous.
He's just so funny. Like, she's trying to be like sneaky, right? Like, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna put this over me so no one can tell that it's me, because she wears that like diviner's gossamer on her eyes. So she's like putting a hood up. But like, how are you gonna hide a huge rock? So he has like this tablecloth on him, like he's trying to be a ghost. So like,
I love him
in this moment. Like, he's not even giving dialogue, but he's giving personality.
Yeah, I think it's that. I think it's the imagery that she gives with his actions that also fuels how hilarious the gargoyle is.
Yep.
Okay, so here's another one. This is when Benji kind of tells the story of his grandfather and like how what he's trying to do is regain his honor, because, you know, he's looked at as like the the grandson of a heretic and all that stuff, right? It's a sad story. And now Benji has gone through all the hamlets and essentially humiliated himself. And so he's talking about that, right? And Benji's face twisted as he held back tears. Your grandfather would be proud of you, Benji. Maud, despite her bandages, tried to sit up straighter. We're proud too. I nodded in agreement, and the gargoyle leaned close to whisper in my ear. If the boy wants to make me cry, he'll need a sadder story than that. His grandfather was murdered. He was killed. I just love him.
And I can just imagine Six being like, yeah.
I shushed him.
Up. Yes.
And the king's gaze turned.
Oh my god, he's so funny.
I love him. She's so amazing at writing characters like this.
Yes. I think that she gave all of her attention to him, if I'm being honest. Because here's the thing. I don't think that Rory or Six or Maud or Benedict were bad characters.
No, but they didn't stand out.
No, but this gargoyle had my heart the entire time.
He stole the show.
Yeah. This is actually, I think, right before the one you just mentioned, where they're going to go meet with the king or whatever. And she walks into the knight being, like, there was a knight standing there with the gargoyle. And he goes, what is the meaning of this, Bartholomew? I was roused from a perfectly fine nap. And Maud goes, I figured you'd want your stone pet with you for the... And she's like, don't call him that. He'll scream. Whatever. So then that continued back and forth. And then they go into a room waiting for King Benedict to come in, right? Mm-hmm. And she goes, he'll be here in a moment. Behave. I need you to comport yourself. And he's like, I have no idea what that means. Sounds like something one does in a chamber pot. And then she goes, that right there. That is not a normal thing to say. Absurdity will throw the conversation off course, and I need clarity from this boy king. For the next quarter hour, every time you feel the compulsion to say something peculiar, smother it. And he sank into his chair and sulked. So I can imagine him like, right? Yeah. You ask a great deal of me.
He's so amazing. This isn't a funny quote, but this is a quote that touched me.
Okay.
So she basically was knighted, right, by the king. And the gargoyle was feeling some type of way about it. So she goes, it's important for a squire to carry a knight's weapon. He said, the words so stoic, I wonder if he'd practice them on the flight back. I will carry them for you, Bartholomew. I will shoulder any weight you give me. Because she had said, like, to cheer him up, like, be my squire. And she goes, oh, I thought a great swelling in my chest, to be a gargoyle, to be my gargoyle. And that made my heart crack a little bit because he's so sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so then this is the funny quote I wanted to say. So they're kind of like waiting, and Maud says, that sounds like a storm. Pish posh, the gargoyle stuck his nose to the wind. I can always smell it when it's going to rain. The thunder was but a collision of clouds. It began to pour 20 minutes later.
He's so confident. Oh my god. They're fighting the sprites, and something happens. And the gargoyle goes, how undignified. Let out a whimper. Did anyone see me fall? She's like, bigger problems as they're fighting the sprites.
Okay, so my last one is they're Six and the Gargoyle. They're with like in public kind of. And this little girl comes up and she like points at the gargoyle and she's like, "Is that a sprite? Does it bite?" And Six goes, "It is a he, and I believe he is a very old kind of sprite." I called back, and yes, I'm afraid he's known to bite. Slanderous imp, I am not. The gargoyle smiled at the girl, his fangs on full display.
I love that.
He's got such a personality.
Yes. Okay, so this is my last one.
Okay.
Rory and Six are basically hunting the oarsman, like the omen, right? And they're trying to scale something, and Rory's like, "It's too high. I have an idea, but he might not like it," says Six. 5 minutes later, Rory appears with, like, basically he teleports with the coin and garbs the gargoyle. And he starts with, "Unhand me, you brute." "Oh, Bartholomew, thank heavens you're here. I've been abducted." And then Six is like, "Stop yelling. We need you to fly, gargoyle." He needs to go up there. And he comes back. And he's like, "Well, what did you see?" The gargoyle goes, "Nothing of import." And Six goes, "There's nothing up there." And he goes, "There's a flat tableland nestled within the peaks and a body of water upon it, an assortment of rocky beasts that lie at the mouth of an ugly stone castle. Like I said, nothing of import." And Rory's head to back like, he was praying. But I just felt that so funny because he was like, "What is wrong with you?" Like,
Through and through, he is such a fantastic character. Yes. The way that he's described his expressions, like the expression he has before landing, like something that made me crack up, like when I'm telling you, like that one where he was like, "Oh, Bartholomew," or no, that he was like, "Oh, what a hideous picture you paint." And then he smiles. Like, that's part of what made it so funny.
I love him.
He's just amazing.
He's so funny.
Honestly, just one of the best characters I've read in a very long time.
Yeah. So these are kind of our favorite moments. And one of the things that I have been thinking about in regard to his character has been a theme that I've found in this book that I know will be one of our episodes is found family theme. Because for me, the way that this story is painted is basically Six has nobody.
Yeah.
Right? When we start this book, the other diviners are her sisters, but they don't know where they've come from. They don't know. They don't have their family. They don't
never seen each other's eyes. There's still like
nothing
limits to what they know about each other. And
they're still her found family.
Yeah.
But the gargoyle is also like, even in the years where she's drowned and divined, he's always been there.
He's the one who takes her out of the pool.
Takes care of her. There's a different
He's her
bond. And he follows her anywhere. And I just feel like, aside from such a great character, I do think that this author did a great job in making friends and found family not feel forced.
Absolutely.
Because
100%.
You're going to love this. I know you're actually going to love this. That's where I was going. I do find that Violet's found family in Rhiannon Riddoch and
absolutely forced.
Is super forced.
So is Riddick's comedy.
Okay.
You got to admit it.
No, I wouldn't say that I ever cracked up at anything Riddick said. I think.
But you could tell he was like forced as the comedic relief.
Yeah.
Whereas the gargoyle was just natural.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even like when I first started reading it, like the very first thing he says is Bartholomew. And I was like, okay. I didn't feel any type of way about it, but I was like, okay, I guess he's going to try and like, that's going to be his thing. And I'm not even kidding. Like the next sentence he said, I was like, I like him.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, she's very good at creating found family that feels natural because it's true. It's like you said, her found family is the diviners, but they disappear, right? And so now she's on this journey to find them, and she's alone with these people that are largely strangers to her, and the gargoyle follows along with her, and he is the only thing of home and family that she has. And she talks like she protects him, and she talks about like, oh, he's just like that, or like
don't talk to him
like that, or don't do that because then he'll wail, like, you know.
And he in return is all about Six.
Yes.
Where are you going? I'm going with you. I thought you left. I thought we were gone. I like, even in the near the end of the book when we're in the cliffs of Belladine, hunting the last omen, and she freaks out because she can't find him, and he's just like with flowers somewhere on a hill, and she was like ugly crying, like, I thought you left me, and like, so it will be a theme for a whole other episode that I would love to dive into this, because I do find a lot of themes in the book of found family.
Yeah.
Done right. Done right.
And this was done right, in my opinion.
Yes. So, without further ado, is that the word you're saying?
Yeah.
Really?
Without further ado. Yeah, you're leading up to something, no?
Yeah. Okay. English is not my first language. How did this book end for the gargoyle? And what are we thinking is gonna happen on book 2?
Before we get to that,
okay,
I just wanted to, right before we talk about that,
okay,
there's not many emotional moments really between the gargoyle and Six, other than her reflecting on how much, you know, he means to her at some point, which it was that quote that I read where she was like, my gargoyle. And you see that she cares about him and he cares about her, right? Yeah. But I would say that for me, the most emotional moment with the gargoyle is so Six and her sisters, they tell each other stories when they're like nervous and stuff like that.
How are we going to skip over this? Oh my God.
So the gargoyle throughout the book will be like, do you want me to tell you a story? And Six is like, no, like, what are you going to tell me? And he's like, it's a sad story with like a sad
beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't want to hear that shit. And there comes a point, I don't remember at what part in the book, but there comes a point where when she kind of realizes like, wait a minute, what is the sad story you wanted to tell me? Because she's starting to connect that like, you might be more than I thought you were. Yeah. And then he tells her his story. Yeah. Which essentially is that, which we already talked about. He was the first.
Such a cry moment for me.
I was so heartbroken reading that. Yeah. It was so sad.
We have to go over it.
We do. We have to go over it. And one of the things that made this moment so strong is that the gargoyle largely is dramatic and funny and has these like big expressions and big emotions. And in this story, he kind of like pushed all of that to the side and was like, okay, let me be real with you. This is what happened. So it starts with the weaver. Yes. She goes, to be a gargoyle, she rasped. It's a very strange thing. She's talking about that. She goes, but not the first one. He was the most peculiar boy. What was his name? The first gargoyle she made. Her breaths were labored because she was dying. She's like, I saw him 2 days ago upon my cliff. I came to see him last night, but you frightened me away. What was his name? Rory kept shouting, his voice desperate. Sybil, Bartholomew, came the gargoyle's echoing cry. The Hearthstone weaver's breath went out. That's it. The foundling upon the Tory, the first diviner. And that's what sparked her to be like, what?
Little Bartholomew.
Mm-hmm. And that's when she was like, tell me your story.
She's like, the story. The one you've tried to tell me. He goes, I cannot tell it all myself. I do not remember it all. But I will tell you the story the way she told it to me in her own words. Mm-hmm. You know the story, Bartholomew, though you do not remember it. I'll tell it to you as best as I can and promise to be honest in my tale-bearing. You were a foundling boy, wandering and starving and alone. You cried out, but there was no one to save you. You lay yourself down in grass, and white moths came to float over you. You shut your eyes and died. I found you there, and I, graver, a kind, quiet carver of stone, brought you to the top of the tor where a spring of magic water leached. I put the water upon your lifeless lips. You coughed, stirred, and awoke strange, special, and new. It just says, I took care of you. I loved you. For many years we lived that way. Then one day 5 craftsmen came, all different in mind and manner and skill. That's the omens and whatnot. But the finest craft, the gargoyle continued, was arrogance. They could not choose a leader, so then he goes into this whole thing. And they killed one another, all 5 craftsmen dead. When they were dead, I made a cup of my palm and brought spring water to their mouths. And then she revived them.
Yeah. So she realized with Bartholomew the gargoyle that she could revive people. He was the first one. And then that's how she created the omens after him.
So she says, we became Trom's architect, for it was a Tor that was minded, the spring upon its strangest, the strongest water. With it, I could bring dead things back to life, but I could also wield dreams. Did you know that, Bartholomew? That all the dreams that you had were made by my own design.
And this is the abbess talking to
Which
the
is
gargoyle.
Insane, because basically she has picked whatever these diviners have dreamt.
And this is where the whole story crumbles, which you already had an inkling that the abbess, there was something sinister there, but it wasn't like this. And she says, so you see, Bartholomew, firstly by happenstance, then with great intent, you and I created the gods. The happenstance was Bartholomew, and then it was her intent to create these gods and put the cathedral above everything else and herself above everything else.
Yep. And so then she goes, you learn how to dream, how to drown, etc. But then you stopped obeying me, Bartholomew. You stopped being my perfect diviner. You did not wish to dream or to talk of the omens any longer, for you had helped them and therefore could not fully believe in their divinity. So basically, since he was there from the beginning, he knew at one point, like, he's like, but this is bullshit and I'm tired of playing out this story. You no longer wish to tell the story that was a lie, even when I assured you it was necessary, that the hamlets of Trom had become the Stonewater Kingdom, and a kingdom always needs something to believe in. Constantly, I had to child-mind you. When that ceased to work, I remade you. The gargoyle's voice hardened. He shut his eye, imitating the abbess. Lie in the spring, Bartholomew. What signs do you see, Bartholomew? Don't mix up your words, Bartholomew. Don't cry or be sick, Bartholomew. Ignore all the pain, Bartholomew. Never complain, Bartholomew. Stop humming, Bartholomew. So it was just constant. Would that you were a daughter, Bartholomew. Soon I'll replace you, Bartholomew. I'll forget and erase you. His shoulder shook, and he let out a long, mournful sound. When he opened his eyes, I knew he was speaking in his own voice now and not the abbess's.
And it's just so heartbreaking. She kept me locked away in a cottage with no windows, denied me spring water thinking I might starve. I do not know how long it took for my body to fracture and change. A long while, I think. I must have gone senseless for the pain. I starved, but I did not die. Turning to stone instead, I became a gargoyle. Fearsome, a guardian at ailing gate. Suddenly she was pleased with me again. Suddenly I was useful once more. After all, swords and armor are nothing to stone. How fucking sad is that?
Horrible is that? And then he's like, she told me to find her more dead foundlings, girls this time, since I had proved such a disappointment. And she tied gossamer over their stone eyes and told them that they were strange and special. But the ones she liked best, the ones she lent her hammer and chisel to, like she did for 6, the most obedient, she always kept locked away to make into gargoyles.
Which would have been 6's fate.
Yeah.
Had she not run away.
Yep.
That part was so emotional. It was so heartbreaking. Specifically the part that you just read, like, listen, Bartholomew drown, Bartholomew this, Bartholomew. It was so heartbreaking to read that because he's so funny and so lively and so full of character. And when you find out his origin and how sad it was and how, like,
heartless.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Yeah. It really broke my heart for the gargoyle. And to know that he was never a gargoyle. He was a person. He was a boy. He was a little boy who drank so much ailing water that he needed it to continue to be a boy. And she took it away because she was like, you're not obeying anymore, and locked him in a cottage. And he became
A gargoyle.
What we know now, a gargoyle.
And then she continued to make more gargoyles.
Yeah, which we can get into this in another video, but that kind of alludes to like what the fuck is gonna happen to Six, because she's not drinking any alien water anymore. You hadn't thought about that?
I had not thought about that.
That was like at the forefront of my mind at the end of this book, because I was like, well, what the fuck is she gonna do now? And they destroyed the cathedral, so it's like,
girl.
Anyways,
I hadn't thought about that. But
we'll get into that in our next
video. We will
video.
have a theory episode.
Yeah, we will. Where we'll talk about
all
that.
thanks to Carla. So, oh my gosh. So after this, like, I'm so glad you brought this up because I can't believe I was gonna like skip over that. But yeah, this was such a rough moment in the book.
It was so sad.
It was so sad. Like, you've literally have this, and he's still a perfect character. He's done.
Absolutely.
It's like the whole book has led to this point, and you're blindsided by it because you're like.
And I know we've said this and we've been shocked, but that's because we've been reading some good books.
Yeah.
Rarely am I surprised. The Abbess, I knew she was a bitch.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect the Gargoyle to be the original diviner. The very first
yes,
one. The very
agreed.
First foundling child.
Agreed.
I never expected that.
Never.
So how do we leave off the Gargoyle? What happens to him at the end of this book?
So where did we finish up on this book with the Gargoyle, right? Because book 2 is coming out September 1st, 2026.
Yes.
So
right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
This year has flown.
Near the end of this book, spoiler ahead, huge. I mean, if you're still here,
at this point,
Jesus. But Benji has betrayed them.
Saw that coming.
Yep. Gotta talk about that.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Took his coin, shoved Rory to the ground, and kicked him in his wound, then let the coin fly. It hit the gargoyle, shattering his left wing, putting fissures up his arm and into his chest. He stumbled back, blinked his stone eyes, fell.
Here's what I'll say. This is the first experience, this book is the first experience I have with this author. I don't know what kind of author this is, if she kills off characters, if she doesn't. I don't know what the fuck she does. I'm letting you know right now. If the gargoyle dies in the second book, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a heartbreak that I like.
No.
Because you know how we have books where
we're like
destroy
okay.
me? Not like that. Don't do that to me, okay?
Yep.
He's alive at the end of this book. He's just hurt. Rory is hurt too.
Yeah.
And they, Benji's like, essentially to her, he's like, you're going to marry me and I'll let them go. Or you can object and
I can
tell all of them that it was them who did this and they're going to kill him. So she's like, fine, I'll marry you. And they run away. So the gargoyle, Maud and Rory are all alive by the end of this book. I'm so scared at the fissure. What is it called? The fissures.
The fissures towards the chest.
Because
and he doesn't respond. By the way,
well,
she goes up to him. She goes up to him, and she's like, and he's like has a slow, cracky voice, and it's like, I forget Bartholomew. What were we talking about? And he's just kind of on the grass. She's like, take care of the gargoyle. So we assume that he's alive. But his last words weren't hopeful.
No, but he screams. He says, he says,
like,
wait, I'm her squire. We cannot be apart. He had to be hauled away by Maud, who was already doing the same to Rory. I heard his wailing sobs on the other side of the wall. Bartholomew. Yeah. And then they were like all the other things I dared to love gone. So they dragged him away. Where are we going? The gargoyle asked again. We can't go without Bartholomew. He was alive and talking. So he was hurt. And how hurt, we don't know.
Yeah.
But he was alive because he's also like, where are we going? And they had to drag him away. And that's when he said all that stuff. So we know he's conscious. We know he's alive. We don't know the extent of his injuries. We don't know. I'm like, can you pour cement? Please fix him. Please.
Oh my God. Can you pour cement?
Please.
Yeah.
I mean, in a perfect world, he would turn back into a human. Because it's a sad existence to think that he's lived eternally as a... No, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, if it's a good book, that won't happen. Because that's just not realistic.
No.
I would love for it to happen in my I love the gargoyle heart. What I'm scared of is a character death with the gargoyle.
I know.
I would rather Rory die. I'd rather Six die, Maud, anyone but the gargoyle.
Yeah.
Not Six, because if Six dies, I don't know what the gargoyle is going to do.
No.
But literally only for the gargoyle am I like, fine. I'd rather anybody else.
I agree. I think that it wouldn't, you see, that wouldn't be a death I'd be okay with.
No. I can take an emotional death, especially like a side character death.
Yep.
Not the gargoyle. Like if PETA had died, no. Oh,
no, I think Prim was the right. Let me not dive into this.
Anyone but Katniss and PETA.
Yeah. Agreed.
Gale would have been excellent.
Agreed. Do you imagine Haymitch?
Like in Fourth Wing, literally anyone but Xaden. Violet, please take her. Take her.
I can't take Violet.
Yeah, take her.
Bitch. Oh my god.
Shift the POV.
You cannot take Violet.
Shift the POV.
You
Take her.
cannot
Take her. Take her.
Okay. We cannot.
I just feel like literally anyone is fair game. Like, take Rin. Take her.
No, I don't think so.
Take her. I haven't read this yet. Don't touch Rysand. Anyone else, go ahead. No. Not Cassian. Not Asriel.
Oh, we're gonna have fun with this.
I know. You
okay?
Wait. Let's not.
No.
Let's not. We need to.
Because I am gonna have some opinions.
I know.
Okay.
Which, by the way, is this reread is coming a lot sooner than we had anticipated.
Yes, we are.
We're bumping it up.
We're bumping it up.
The schedule was tentative. It's changing. It's still the same books, just a different order.
Different order. Necessary. We need to get through it.
But
anyways,
we may be throwing a Fourth Wing reread into the mix.
Yes.
Okay.
So
anyways,
in summary, the gargoyle.
Yes.
Let's see what comes for book 2. Again, coming out September 1st.
I really don't know what to expect with the gargoyle.
No, me either. It's called The Knave and the Moon. So again, September 1st, 2026. It's like literally
right
Knave and the Moon, the Fourth Wing novella, ACOTAR 6. We've got things to look forward to. But on our next episode, we're going to be talking about The Night and the Moth. We're going to be discussing our themes around this book. So
stay tuned. We have, I think, like maybe 1 or 2 more episodes for The Night and the Moth left. And then we will be jumping into the next book, which TBD.
Determined.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we have 2 lined up. We're just trying to figure out which one's going to go out first. So I don't want to announce anything just yet.
But when we do get closer to the premiere, you're going to have our famous 1-hour recaps.
Yes.
To get ready for book 2.
We'll reread it so that you don't have to.
Exactly. So thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.